Yeah, I don't want to go to jail for anything. I'm much too, weak.
And you're pretty. You are listening to the Stand Up Dads podcast.
This is hecka boring.
Yeah, it is.
Let's try again.
Hey, you're listening to Stand Up Dads. This is Rob.
And Mike.
And this is episode 75.
Wow.
Yeah, holy shit.
Damn.
We're actually getting some feedback, which I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I had someone listen to our musical podcast, and they corrected me, and they were completely right. I was talking about a musical that I called Piss Town. It's actually Urinetown. So Urinetown. And if you see it, fucking watch it. It's hilarious.
Okay.
That was one of those things, the second I hit stop recording, I was like, God damn it, it's not Piss Town, it's Urinetown. But
you should have just fixed it, and you would have said, you should go and see Urinetown.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to put that much into it.
Or when we have to fix stuff, you should use the Google voice. So it goes like, Urinetown.
Nice.
That would be cool. Alexa, there we go.
But you got one.
Yes. Yeah. My friend Angie, who does the podcast Reflections with Angie, her husband told her that he enjoys listening to our podcast. He likes, I guess, the way we joke with each other. But he did say that Rob does drop a lot of F-bombs. And isn't that what we're supposed to be charging you for?
No, it's for Jesus fucking Christ, not for just...
Or a very specific one.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to commit blasphemy.
Yeah, exactly.
To charge $1.
And I guess I owe $1 for saying that. But and to Angie's husband, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. I love the feedback. If you have anything you want to say about the show, please email us, thestandupdads@gmail.com. And we're still having a pseudo, social distancing. And I'm finding that I'm super desperate to get the hell out of the house for anything. Today, I actually went to be part of a clinical trial. You know what that is?
That's awesome. Thing. A clinical trial. You went.
I drove.
So explain it again, because it just sounded like you volunteered to get the super soldier serum trial. Oh, fuck it. Why not? We're gonna shoot you up with this stuff and see if it does anything. That's what you did. That's how desperate.
It was $75, and I had to drive all the way out to Lincoln at 8 this morning, fasting. And they did all this blood work and some other tests, and it was pretty much to see what I qualified for. And thankfully, it was good news, bad news, because it's I have some health stuff, but nothing bad enough to qualify for the trial.
Well, yeah. Well, what was it you had to go in for?
It's not worth going into here, but it did get some.
I wanted to
blood
make fun of you about the name of it.
One of them was about a fatty liver, because I'm a fat piece
I
of
like
shit.
the fatty liver.
So
but it wasn't fat enough. We need to come back a little, maybe in a year when you plump it up a little more.
Hold on.
Okay.
This is Olivia, and you're listening to Big Nerds on the Radio.
Hey, this is Rob. Pardon the interruption, but at this point of the show, I had to run off because my kid needed something, and I left a hot mic on, and Mike started talking to his cat. And for all the ladies wondering why he's still single, here's an example. And it's always fun to embarrass Mike. Enjoy.
Oh, it's you doing, Kiki. Now you ate and now you're passed out. I can't believe that you made me give you extra food just so you would be quiet during the recording. Ingenious, Kiki. Ingenious. I see by your tail you're very proud of yourself, too. You ate too much, though. Look at your eyes. You can't even move. You can't even move. You're ridiculous. Oh, my God. That's so funny.
I'm back. So, fatty liver.
But not fat enough. Yeah,
pretty much. So
it's just got a little pudgy liver. They have a little chart for you on there.
It'll catch up to the rest of me soon enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're all surprisingly your liver is just a little chunky. You're in the chunky range, then it'll get to pudgy. Then it'll actually be fatty.
It's thick right now.
Right now, your liver's just big boned. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
beautiful. Thank you. So yeah, that's how desperate I am because I was looking forward to it. I'm like, ooh, this will be something to do. And then fucking yesterday, I went blueberry picking with the family.
Yeah,
because that was a nice socially distant thing to do, and that was a fucking ripoff.
Oh my god, what happened?
You pick berries for an hour. You have little buckets, and the buckets are like the size of like a half-gallon ice cream thing. And each one of those is $20 for blueberries.
Oh my god!
So
what kind of blueberries are they? Are they hallucinogenic?
I wish. Although we did.
Jesus.
Kim did make a fucking awesome blueberry buckle.
What is it? A blueberry a what?
Yeah, it's like a coffee cake with blueberries and like a streusel on top.
Oh my god!
I'm working on that fatty liver, man.
I was gonna say. One was for you and one was for your liver. Totally. You're not eating enough. They said that you weren't looking good.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm like desperate to find shit to do because I'm going fucking nuts here.
Well, let's go do something, man. I'm always stuck at home.
I know.
I don't have Oli. I go crazy. I'm talking to Kiki all the time.
When she talks back, that's when you got to worry.
Well, no, right before you heard how she's a genius. This cat, she knew she had just eaten, but she knew somehow that we're sitting here recording and she's screaming until I feed her again.
Okay.
And now she's sitting here very content.
Nice.
All proud of herself, but she ate so much she can't move.
Good. It's a good cat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, you and I,
she's totally holding us up.
Yeah. We've been doing Magic the Gathering because we're dorks.
I love it.
I don't know. I've been whipping on you.
Yeah.
And then I was searching.
Yeah. Yeah, ridiculous. So the way Robert likes to play is, well, we both like to harass each other. We both go like, eat shit, take this. Mm-hmm. But then what Robert does is he has to go like, oh, so see what I just did there? That's actually called a control deck.
That's not what I said.
Up. You're mansplaining your magic to me as you're making it so much worse. Oh, well, you see, what it does is it means that I won't even let you get any people out, and then I just get one person out and I can beat you. Isn't that interesting?
That is not how I said it, you
and I'm getting
asshole.
Fucking furious. I'm so mad because I don't want to lose and I don't want to be told how I'm losing.
Yeah. Ram this up your asshole.
Yeah, as you're beating me, you're like, interesting fact about this, Mike, is that historically in Magic, this would be banned.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm just making it up. But that's how it feels.
If any of you listening are dorks as well and you guys do the arena for Magic the Gathering, feel free to look us up. You can find me at Sir_Beavis, like Beavis and Butthead, and Mike. I'm
Michael the Gray. So I think there's an underscore in between Michael and Gray. I'm not quite sure.
Is it Grey or
Gray?
Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could see if I'm a dick and I can make you swear as much as I make Mike swear.
Well, the only sad thing is that you won't be able to hear each other. Like you gotta we're on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wish they would do that. It would be kind of cool.
I think you can chat while you're playing, like typing.
Really?
I think
because I've only seen the little things. There's something.
I thought you typed to me while you were in a game once.
There's just little.
Yeah, box to type.
I haven't seen that. Huh.
Okay. Yeah, we'll fuck around with it later today.
Yeah.
So, are you doing anything else to keep yourself occupied?
I watched V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
And that movie, when it first came out, and here's some comic nerddom. It's a fantastic comic. The guy who did it's Alan Moore, and he did The Watchmen and all sorts of great books. But the movie's good. They do a really good job. But watching it this time with how everything's going on in our country right now, I was like, this doesn't sound like such a bad idea. You gotta see, but you haven't seen it yet.
I haven't.
I'll
have to check it out.
Kind of like a pretty horrible future where they're, but it's taking place in England. I don't know. You got to check it out. It's a good one. And it's on Netflix right now. So totally worth watching.
And then didn't you watch the Epstein thing?
Yes, that Epstein one, and being the dad of a daughter, it made me furious on so many freaking counts. Because one was, it's bad enough the guy's, rich or whatnot, and he's doing this whole like child, basically prostitution thing. But how people react to it, so it makes me the most mad. And even it reminded me, because it brings up at one point like the Me Too movement and stuff. And you remember that ran for maybe like 6 months.
Sure.
And then people started to go like, oh God, this again, or oh, now they're just trying to ruin this guy's life. Like they put it down. And I even see it now with the Black Lives one, because I heard one person tell me like, well, that guy, he was on drugs. I'm like, what's that got to do? Like, so what? What if I was high? Does that mean I'm all right to get my next? Hella people are walking around high. What are you talking about? That's not. Well,
I've heard that. Oh, he wasn't. Person,
but it's that thing. Yeah. So what?
Yeah.
So what? And the same thing with the Me Too and the I don't know, the Epstein thing. Just was like shockingly like horrible. And then you see like not just the people that hung around him, not just our current president, but previous presidents, and one of the princes from. It's like, oh my God, man. Like, I don't know. It just makes me, when I'm already paranoid enough about my daughter and growing up and wanting her to be prepared for stuff, it's like, it just sucks that you just see how not only does this type of stuff happen, but the idea that it's another thing in our society that's kind of like where the burden of proof is always on the victim. It's always like, well, did you ask for it? Or, well, they were, you know what I mean?
Sure,
the whole idea of like, they put themselves in that situation, that type of stuff. But like, what the hell are you talking about? Like in this case, they're kids, but even if they weren't, I don't know, watch it. And I dare you not to be able to watch it and not be like at some point yelling at this TV. Cause there's a few times where I was like, God, what the
Well, because I remember trying to write jokes during Me Too, and every time I went up and tried them, they sucked. I mean, they probably weren't funny anyway, but they just did not. I don't have the talent to write a good Me Too joke, and I'm not even messing with this cop stuff because first, it's not funny, but I know there's going to be some good comedians that can make something out of this, and probably too damn white to do so.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes, but I think this one kind of talking about mistakes that we don't want our kids to make, even though you can have to let them. Because, I mean, you and I are the same. That someone can tell us till they're blue in the face, you shouldn't do this because of this, this, and this, and we only learn when we fuck it up ourselves. I think it's small ones that still bother me from like 20 years ago, where I wish I could travel time and punch young me in the face and say, don't fucking do this, you fucking idiot. I mean, like, sorry, Angie's husband. I mean, like simple ones where, like in my wedding, which you did, thank you.
That's right. I was
you were the minister. You were the ordained guy I still remember watching your
my favorite part of that time. See, that's cruel. I didn't know that. I'm glad I even groomed those nose hairs for that day. I had braided them and you didn't even notice.
Oh, I did. They were flowing with every breath.
My nephew, my nephew was, I don't know, was he 8 or 9 at that time? I don't know. He was young, but I remember harassing him and telling him that I had the power to marry people for that time. And all I had to do was say the words. And he was like, whatever. I'm like, no, I could marry you to someone, like randomly. Like I could marry you to that lady right there. And all I got to do, and he was like, no. It was awesome. I'd be like, all I got to do is say the words. And if I say the words, it's like law for this day. This whole day, this day before and after this time period. And he's like, don't. I'm like, don't make me mad,
Well,
and I'd start to say the words. He'd be like, stop it, Rocco, stop it.
Nice.
Don't marry me. I'm like, I can marry you to that dog.
Oh, fuck. Well, anyway, that day after you got done marrying us, the DJ asked what music we wanted to play as we walked in to be introduced as Mr. and Mrs. And I just kind of blanked and I was like, oh, what's that James Brown song where it's like, get up, get on up, get up, get on up. And he's like, oh, yeah, I know that song. So we're walking in.
Yeah.
And everyone's applauding and standing and all that. And then we're walking in to get up, get on up. I'm kind of like wiggling around. And then I make eye contact with Kim's grandmother, who was in her 80s at the time. And I hear, get on the scene like a sex machine. And I'm like, oh, fuck. That was the song that we were introduced.
And what you didn't know is she was probably remembering in her mind, she was like, good times. Because when that came out,
she did.
She was like, I remember this song.
God.
She goes, yeah, those discos were sweet.
No, but then it goes to like simple little things that were just misunderstandings that like were honest mistakes that still bother me, like to the point where I get sick in the stomach. I used to manage a warehouse and I'd work late all the time, and like the janitors would come in and we would talk, and they were cool dudes, and we were talking.
Yeah.
I asked him, where he was from, and he said Guatemala. And for some stupid reason, my head heard Guadalajara, but I knew he said Guatemala.
Oh.
And I was like, Guadalajara.
Yeah.
And I said, what part of Mexico is that? And I know Guatemala is not part of fucking Mexico. I was thinking Guadalajara.
Damn it.
And the look on his face.
That is the worst. Those type.
I was like, oh, you're one of those guys that thinks everyone's from fucking Mexico. And I was like, no, I thought you, never mind.
Damn it.
And it was never the same. And
it'll never be,
Right now, I feel so sick to my stomach right now because it was a stupid mistake. And I'm like, honest, I know better. I don't know.
Dang it.
Any stupid shit you wish you could take back?
When I first got a job at 23 and had like the lowest expenses because I was renting like one room with my brother and a roommate, I think at the time. And
I remember that place.
I had hella extra money and I spent it on like animation cells, stupid Disney statues, and they were collectibles. Everything was collectible. And I'd spend it on all that stuff. And then I remember specifically there was 2 times where I was like, oh, Marvel comic stock is at $5. I don't got money for that because I got to buy the next freaking statue that's coming out. And the worst one was Pixar in between Toy Story and Bug's Life because it was taking so long. And I knew because I watched it, read up on it like a nerd. I knew they had all these movies coming up and whatnot. And it was at $12 and I was like, I should get this, but nah, I got, I'm buying this other stupid freaking limited edition sale or whatnot. And, probably another statue. And God, man, both of those, just with how much I could have probably bought 20 of each or something with how much they explode because that was right before Disney signed on with them, Yeah. And they bought them like after those. I don't know, but you figure the way once it gets bought and man, the $5 stock, I'm sure from 1996 is just when I was making these. I would really love her to not make the money mistakes that I've made. I've made just colossal money mistakes over the years. And selling stuff too early, buying the wrong stuff, having no idea how to handle money in general. And I'm the son of a CPA. She's a CPA controller, like just the idiot that felt like it's like he fell far from the tree. This tree was on a cliff and he rolled off the cliff. Like he has none of our powers,
Well done.
Man.
Hi, Mrs. Gray. I don't know. I mean,
he's like, oh, my idiot son.
Yeah. I mean, I hope my kid, I know he's going to fuck up because everyone fucks up. I just hope he figures it out sooner than I did. Like, taking school more seriously because I thought it was funny that I was on the 8-9 year plan for college. And I just, just do your shit. And right now I'm not seeing that he's going to do that. And then like, I wish like when I was at FedEx, I got hired there at 18. If I was still there right now, I'd have a pretty cush life.
Yeah.
But I thought I knew better because I had not been exposed to the real world yet.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is just, and this one I'm still learning, is learning to pick your battles, because I was a self-righteous prick.
Yeah.
And I always thought,
Yeah.
I was proud of myself because if I thought something was unfair, I would stand up to it and say, this is bullshit. And
Yeah.
guess who's unemployed now because I said this is bullshit one too many times. So,
Yeah.
and he's going to figure it out. And the sad part is, like I said before, no one listens to advice until it's too late. I mean, you and I didn't.
Yeah.
I can't think of.
Yep.
It's like, well,
I still don't. Not all the time.
Yeah, perhaps you should learn to do a control deck. Never mind.
Oh.
No.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps you should take the time to research. Have you used Mike? Let me tell you how to open up a browser. Let's do a search in Google. Type in magic.
I'm an asshole, but I'm not that much of an asshole. Go fuck yourself. No, but I got a thing. It's just 4 little things, benefits of letting your kids make mistakes.
Yeah.
One of them, kids become resilient. They become independent learners and self-reliant since they realize they can set their own goals and, they can see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
They become more responsible because when they fuck up, they see consequences to their actions. Whereas if we sweep in every time and fix it, if he doesn't study for a test.
Yeah.
And he fails.
The lawnmower parent.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I got to fight against all the time.
So if they own the situation, that's going to be a better person in general. And sadly, they're going to fail badly, but hopefully they are smart enough to learn from it. Then they get decision making skills. Yeah.
What you said earlier, like I already know Oli she's just like me on the school stuff, which I already wish I try to tell her no, do the work, let's study and all this. And she's always like, nah, I'd rather have fun. It's like, damn it. Yeah. And then she does the same as me where we don't I don't take if I'm in a hurry, which is all the time, I go, I bet I can get away with it this time.
Yeah.
And each time, I have a time where I had a hammer on top of my ladder and I was like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to go under bam. I'm like, oh, and I almost ran myself over in my own car while I was driving it because that one was the worst. I got to school at San Jose State. It was Saturday morning for this early test or something. It was crazy. And it was empty there. So I started to get out of my truck and went, oh, wait, I can park closer. So I got back in, but the door didn't fully shut. And then I didn't even put my seatbelt on because I'm like, oh, screw it. I'm just driving around the corner. So then when I get up to the light, I make a right turn at and kind of speed up into the turn. So it's maybe 15, 20 miles an hour, but no seatbelt. The door flies open. And I fall out. The only thing that's keeping me is me holding my steering wheel, and it spins the car out, and I'm like, ah! And I'm watching the fucking ground right there. Oh my God, dude! If I'd fallen out, my own wheels would have ran me over, and they would have went. He had no alcohol in his system. How did this? It would have been the mystery where they would have put it on Dateline later and go who killed this man? Did he really run himself over? Hardly,
You're a self-inflicted Three Stooges episode with a hammer and you sprayed yourself in the face with
bug spray.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yep, not putting the goggles on, and I'm like, that never happens. Bang! Right away, sprays out of the back of the handle right into my eyes.
All to save a couple of seconds.
All lazy.
Yeah.
All lazy. Yeah. And me thinking the odds. The odds are that, and every time it ends with the odds are it's going to happen to me.
You should.
But I would love her to. The only time I ever won at Vegas, did I say that story on here before?
Yeah, when the old lady wanted a party.
Yeah, the old lady. Yeah, yeah, you guys want a party? And she ruined it. That was the one time I won. And we were like, no, I don't like to party.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you enjoy mummy dust?
Oh, dude.
I don't. Come here.
I'm surprised
you're gonna
Brian didn't
enjoy
take her
no
up on it.
teeth. No. We were both like, duh. Like, no.
I was going to bring up one of your mistakes, but you weren't of sound mind, so it would be unfair to bring it up.
Oh, there's too many of those.
I know.
When I was drinking. Oh my God.
And then,
yeah.
But
plenty of mistakes.
Have you been listening? I can put out embarrassing facts.
Oh, I'm listening all the time.
Oh yeah, of course.
I listen through and I make notes of all the editing mistakes.
Uh-huh.
That was a good one because I could see on your face you're all, son of a bitch.
They're there. They are there.
There are no mistakes.
Oh, there's plenty. But I can forgive myself for those. No, I'm like, fuck, I'm just trying to remember, like this week, my kid had like, there's these balloon pets, like you fill them with helium, but they were kind of weighted down. So
really?
They don't fly away.
Yeah.
And they have like a little string. So they walk around like a animal on a leash. And he had one, it was a T-Rex. And he took one, we found it from like years ago. We're like, oh shit, I can't believe we still had this. Filled it up. He was playing around with it and it was on its last legs and it flew into the neighbor's yard. And it's like, well, I told you not to take it outside. And then for some reason, Kim got him another one and they're like $5. And we filled it up. It's okay. Don't take it outside. Well, guess what he did yesterday?
Yeah.
Took it outside and it got up into a tree. And then it went into the neighbor's yard. So I'm like, screw it.
So why can't they get it from the neighbor's yard?
They haven't been home, and they have a dog in the backyard. So, and I'm pretty sure that dog probably shredded the fucking thing. And I'm like, you know what? This is your mistake. You got to fucking live with it. And you know, you know, every time he gets in trouble, it's because he's not listening, not because he's a bad kid. It's just because he didn't listen. You know, it's like, why'd you put the hammer on top of the ladder, Mike?
Yeah.
Because I didn't think about it. And then the final
My dad loves those stupid stories of me, too. He's
always you're not seriously hurt.
He's always like, stupid.
It would be a sucky story if you ended up in the hospital, but it's fucking hilarious that you're not.
Well, they even said that the other day because, and you know, my mom and dad, they called me in the morning and I had told them like, well, I was going to work out, but then, you know, I thought about it and I thought I kind of had pushed myself too much. I was like, I should wait till the next day. And they both start going, what? Is this our son? And my dad's like, and this is like 8 a.m. He's like, Mark's going to cautiously move forward and think about his actions before he does it. And I'm like, this is so mean.
I'm honestly surprised.
They just thought I was like, damn it.
You haven't fucked yourself up doing these workouts at home. Like I get a call. Robert, can you, I can't get up off the floor. You're going to be like, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Totally. Well, the first day, that one was horrible. Yeah. Now that I've been doing it, they're still pretty bad. I get pretty out of shape because.
Well, I can't give you shit because I can't remember the last time I worked out. I don't know. I got to work on that.
Yeah, I was like, work out with me. And you're like, yeah. What'd you say? Like, I don't know. There's not enough time and I don't want to.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, there's plenty of time.
Like, I'm busy and that would cost too much. And there's the fact that I really don't want to.
It's more that. And then finally, the benefit of kids fucking up is they learn about themselves. They learn their strengths and weaknesses. Because if you never let them make mistakes, they don't know what they suck at. Because I see way too many parents, especially when I was coaching. It's like, oh, he's great. And, you know, all this crap. It's like, no, actually, he's really bad at some of these things. And you never gave him a chance to figure that out. So I don't know. It's tough. And this is all for more little kid stuff. It'll be tough when you see like your 16-year-old kid making bad decisions or shit, your 18-year-old kid when his could land him in fucking jail or killed by a fucking cop.
Yeah.
And again, you know, obviously be there for them and communicate and let them know, hey, I don't think this is such a good idea. don't let them feel like they're on their own, because that's not the recommendation. It's just let them make their mistakes, but be there for them, which all the mistakes I made, I just was left to figure it out on my own. So, which is probably why I didn't learn from them all that well. Yeah. But it was funny because I asked Kim about what mistakes have I made that I should bring up that might be funny. And she had zero problem coming up with them. Like she just started rattling off. I'm like, okay, I don't know if I should be upset by this, but
that's hilarious.
And one of the first ones she did is because we met when I was 21, and we went out for like 3 months, and I broke up, and then we didn't get back together for like 13 years. But and she's like, about that, I'm like, no, I don't regret that, because if we stayed together, we would have broken up. And she's like, okay. And then she named
touche. That wins that one. That's like, I had to meet you at the right time. Bam.
Yeah. And it's true, because I was 21. I didn't,
Yeah.
And because a lot of the stuff she brought up, she's like, oh, what about that tattoo? And I'm like, no, I don't regret that. I'm glad I didn't get more. And that was one of them where I learned from someone else's mistakes. But we talked about that. So yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff I don't actually regret. I just wish I learned them sooner.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I would regret not doing a lot of stupid shit. And I'm lucky that I didn't get stuck with the consequences for a lot of it. I don't know. I mean, everyone's going to do what they're going to fucking do. It's just, you got to make sure they have a good support structure when they fuck it up. Because they're gonna. And that's sad.
Yeah.
Don't go to billionaire parties, Oli. Your daddy won't.
I know. And don't end up with a wall of guitars and not really know how to play guitar, so people can come over and always go, oh, you play guitar? Kinda. What the hell?
I've got a suitcase of microphones. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with them. But yeah, Owen, don't make a podcast when you grow up. You can talk to yourself.
They should have one right now. Theirs would be awesome.
Yeah. No, anyway, tell us what you think. Tell us if you've made any stupid mistakes you wish you could fix. Give us some feedback.
Come challenge us in magic.
That's right. Sir_Beavis and Michael the Gray.
Yeah.
Email us, thestandupdads@gmail.com. I really do love it when you guys reach out to contact us. I got to reach out to Ari, see how things are going in Japan with the pandemic.
Yeah.
If you want someone to draw a picture of someone whooping someone else's ass in magic, who would they write to?
Come to Pencil for Hire. That's Pencil FOR Hire on Instagram, or pencilforhire.com. And I can draw you a smug picture of
a fat,
Robert
guy
with his cards where he's like, this one is interesting in the fact that historically.
I never did that. You're making me sound like the comic book guy from The Simpsons.
That's how you made me think of that one. When we were playing that game, that's what it felt like. Because you're like all, you're like a Muppet. This one's nice. You Yoda of magic.
You're making me hate myself.
Interesting this is. Murder.
Crap. All right. And then if you're bored, got nothing better to do, reach out and get Doug Gray's graphic novel, The Eye of Mongambo. It's entertaining. It's reasonably priced. He did a great job on it. And there's some new stuff coming out with that as well. And he has a kid book about alphabet that he forgot that he wrote.
He didn't forget. He just didn't tell us.
Yeah.
He didn't tell his brother.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, did your brother write another book? No. Why? It's like, yeah.
I'm like, no.
A is not for ostrich? No. Holy shit. That's his artwork.
Absolutely not him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually good. My kid liked it.
Cool. Oh, Owen gave it the thumbs up.
He did.
Cool.
We've read it a couple of times.
Cool.
And he's very good with the alliteration. So, yeah, it's like A is not for ostrich, unless the ostrich name is Alvin or something like that. And he's an acrobat.
Oh, cool.
Blah, 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 blah. Get my side project, Gag on This podcast. Big Nick runs that. This week we're recording with Tina San Lucas. That'll come out on Monday. We interview local comics, have a great time while we do it. And for now, I think go out, make some mistakes, enjoy your life, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Talk to you next week.
Bye.
The thing I want to say is thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.